I'm Laura.
And we are TwoPaperGirls.
Today we're going to do a top 5, the last top 5 of the year, which is crazy because I think we've done nearly every single one of them. And this week's topic is the top 5 characters we would invite to our New Year's Eve party, because New Year's Eve is in a few days and we hope you had a nice Christmas. We're pre-Christmas because of pre-filming, so this is a bit wibbly wobbly, but either way, you will have just had Christmas. I hope you enjoyed it.
This is one of the best top 5s ever. I absolutely love thinking about who I'm going to invite to my New Year's Eve party. I'm in Blackpool for New Year, so it's going to be the partiest party ever.
Yes.
And we're just going to have a lovely time. And I wish these people could come, but I wish mostly that Laura could be.
Aww. My New Year's, I'm going to have a nice quiet one in with Robin. We're not really planning on much. We'll probably watch the telly and wave some sparklers around and eat some cake, and it's going to be great. But if I were to hold a big party, I would like to invite, I'm going to slightly cheat, Evie Snow and Vincent Winters from On the Other Side. On the Other Slide?
On the Other Side.
From On the Other Side by Carrie Hope Fletcher. This is the little novella Winter Snow because neither of us can find our copies of On the Other Side, which is mildly worrying, but they'll turn up. I would love this pair to come because they're just such a cute power couple. I couldn't pick between them. I'd want Vincent Winters to come because he could bring his violin and just supply beautiful music, and I think he'd be a really interesting person to talk to. By the way, I want them post the end of the book. And then Evie Snow, I just think I'd really get along with her because she's like such a nice person. She's a good artist, so she's like, she could draw stuff, and I'd be like, wow, that's so good. And I just think they'd be a lovely pair to have a party because I think they'd really get in the party spirit, but also just make really good conversation.
My number 5 is Margot Roth-Spiegelman from Paper Towns by John Green, because she's always been like kind of a role model for me. Like, I know she's mental and lots of people dislike her because she's just so unreliable, but I'm like, well, if you wrote honestly about one of your friends, there would probably be somewhere near similar to this, if not without the excitement and the adventure that Margot provides. And I just think that she would have the best time. There was a massive toss-up between, do I invite Margot or Alaska? Because Alaska knows how to party, but also my house is non-smoking, so it had to be Margot.
My number 4 is also from Paper Towns by John Green, but I would invite Ben. I don't know his second name. Ben something. Q's one of Q's best friends, Ben, because there's a scene in this where they go to a party and Ben gets really drunk and he makes a beer sword out of cans. I think he glues it to his hand and he just goes mad when he gets a bit tipsy, which could be annoying, but I've always just thought drunk Ben would be a right laugh at a party because he'd get very drunk and just supply lots of entertainment. I want to see the beer sword. I just think he'd be great at a party. Plus he's sweet and he'd chat up like Evie Snow and Vincent Winters be like, what are you doing? And it'd just be really good. I'd like that a lot.
My number 4 is Spock from Star Trek, because even though he's not a book character, he is a fictional character, and he's one of my favourite fictional characters because he's just so half and half, like so emotional but so distant, but he tries so hard, and just that bit in Into Darkness when they're in the thing and they're about to land and oh my gosh, I can't handle my emotions because he's like, I do not choose to feel. Oh wow. I just think he would add like an intellectual strand to my party. Like Margot and him would talk about all their adventures and he just would not understand her at all, and it'd be really funny to be like, I do not make sense of this, Captain. It'd be so funny.
My number 3 is to fit in with one of Amy's later answers. I gotta have some eye candy at my party. So I would pick Warner from Shatter series because I'd just like to see what he'd wear as well. He's so into fashion. He'd pick like the most fashionable outfit and he'd be a bit of a twat at a party actually, but it'd be fun. Like, I don't know, you need some eye candy at your party. Even if you got your loved one there, you still want to be like, damn, they entering the new year in style. And I just would like Warner there. I just think he won't be a right laugh. I don't know why I want him there, just because he's pretty.
My number 3 is Cole Grimes, because oh my gosh, I am absolutely fallen in love with this guy. Like, he was a tiny child in like series 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then series 6 and 7 he's just turned into like a man, and I'm just like, wow. And he's been through so much, and he's like probably got more balls than his dad at the minute, and I'm absolutely loving his character to absolute bits. I've always liked Carl though. People really disliked him because they thought he was getting in the way, and I'm like, Are you kidding? He's one of the bravest ones. Like, he made one mistake with one walker that caused one person to die. And that's it. Like, everyone's killed. But I'm rambling. I love Carl Grimes so much. He would be a little bit like, oh, he'd love the party so much. He'd be like, running water, heat, food. He'd be so happy.
My number 2, I had to pick someone from Harry Potter. So, of course, I went for Dumbledore because I could talk to anyone from Harry Potter, even Voldemort, but I'd worry about him killing everyone else there. But I think Dumbledore would be great because he'd just be so calm and just have like a little glass of gin or something in the corner, just like, and he'd be great. Like, he was not a mass party animal, but he'd be so interesting to talk to, and with his magic we could make like the best party ever with like amazing decorations and music and like special effects. It would freak out all the muggles, including me. And he'd be great at a party because he's got a lot of history to talk about for when you're drunk, and I think he'd just get deep with Dumbledore over a glass of wine.
Coming in at number 2 is Rhys-Sand from A Court of Thorns and Roses, more specifically A Court of Mist and Fury, because I don't want him to come to my party this year, no. The year after this, I definitely want him to come. He is, as Laura said, she wanted water there for the eye candy. Rhys-Sand is like, I don't know how to, I'm literally speechless. Rhys-Sand is like a gorgeous fey man who's been through so much, but he's so darn pretty. I just can't put into words how much I love this guy. And he is like witty and funny, but he's like all dark, and he's like a stereotypical dark, mysterious bad boy who's witty, but then it doesn't feel cliche when you're reading about him, and that's the best thing about him.
My number 1, I actually just changed around my order because Amy did some TV characters, and I thought, oh, of course, like, it doesn't have to all be from books. So I would pick the Doctor from Doctor Who because he would surely be the best New Year's Eve party guest ever because he loves a good party, does the Doctor. He'd get really into it and just have a great time. But also he's got a TARDIS, like he could just transport us to an even better party on a different planet, and then we could just like party hop around the universe with him, and it'd be great. And obviously, again, he'd have so many interesting stories. He'd love Dumbledore, they'd get on great, and I just think he'd be the most interesting party guest.
So my number 1 answer is going to be more literate than my second answer because I'm so excited. This dinosaur is the Christmasaurus from The Christmasaurus by Tom Fletcher.
Like this dinosaur.
Guess who? Tom Fletcher has recently written a book about a Christmas dinosaur, and if that isn't your favourite thing ever, I don't know what is, and you're not cheerful. It's going to be so good to read about. And just imagine having him on New Year's Eve, like just there, just eating all the food, just standing there with his little arms, just watching, having a bit of a dance. Like, you won't be able to chat to him, but you'd be able to pet him, and he would have a personality as much as anyone else at the party. And I just think that he'd be a great personality, just having the corner and just be a very diverse New Year's Eve party.
So that's what would make up our separate New Year's Eve parties, but if we joined up teams and did a joint party, imagine having these 10 people together, it would be so much fun. Let us know down below who you would invite to your New Year's Eve party, and if you're going to a New Year's Eve party, then have a good time, and we'll see you in 2017. Ooh. Bye.